Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Paris 13 Atletico. Better than PSG? Maybe one day we will. Since we last met, we've been on an indifferent run of, results. We've seen the opposition instructions go out the window because of that indifferent run of results. And then we've had to change the system, which has yielded a win, but not in the way that we were meant to. Since we last met, which was the Cholet game, we drew 1-1. We then went on a 3-game run without winning. We then played Dunkery, who were a side who were ahead of us at the stage of playing them. They're one of the teams pushing for this promotion, which I think sewn up, to be fair, for Le Mans and the team ahead of us as well. We went 4-2-4, and we scored a goal that was completely against the run of play and completely against the match momentum. Mistake, effort, keeper should have saved goal. We then lost the Red Star 3-1. And push come the sub, I'm really struggling for goals. We look good defensively, and then we concede a goal out of nothing, and then, Now, JS, one of my viewers on my Twitch chat, links down below, come follow me live on Twitch, give this episode a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel, says this guy's playing for him in League 1 and cutting the mustard, and he does look good, so we can't really complain too much about that player going ballistic against us as well. But we played against CS Cerdens eventually. We went 4-4-2/4-2-4. We went 4-2-4 late, really aggressive. Looked like the game was over. Looked like we're going to draw 0-0. Looked like we played really poor, so this isn't a system that's going to work at all. And in the 95th minute, where the game really should be over right now, Haddad picked it up, ball free, and Faramandi with a great finish to see us go 1-0 up. That leaves us with everyone playing the same games. There's only 34 games left in the league. We have both teams in front of us are 10 points clear. We play them both next. So we play Shadow Rocks and Le Mans. I feel like with the remaining games that we have, which are 7 games to go, we must win them all to win the league. To win the league or get promoted, one of the two. We need to go and beat Le Mans and Shadow Rex and then go on a run against the teams in the bottom half of the table, which, apart from Borg and B, who we played on the opening day, that we're going to play at home on the final day. If we can get through both these games, we'll win. There's a possibility we can bring it down to the final day of winning every game. But that requires us to be in good form and to be scoring, which we're not. Second reason why we're here a touch earlier before the window is we have a set amount of players that are being released by the top sides in France. Now, for me, because these guys are getting released and we have no money, this is the sort of way you build in lower levels, and I thought this is my big tip for you in the lower levels. Clubs being released in your top flight, go and look at them, trial them in when you don't have the money to scout them. If you got money to scout, then scout them, originally, and then trial the ones that you think are worth having a further look at. For me, anyone on this list that's tempted to come to me because I'm semi-professional, I know I had a professional club as a youth player, probably not bad. So as you can see, a lot of these guys have been accepted for the trials because their board have liked it. So this guy snubs me in Bamba, and the ones that snub you, you just try and scout, because if they're snubbing you, it's not a bad thing. Like this guy here would be an outrageous centre back for our level. He's not great, but he would be someone at 6'1" with 17 determination and 15 tackling. Wouldn't be too bad for our level. So this guy snubs me as well, but we're going to scout him. And that's what you do. You just keep going through this list until you find people that are of note. We do have one person that's actually said yes to having a look at coming to us, which is nice. And we'll just keep scouting. Like this guy here, he's okay. It's not like there's anyone great, but this is some ways how you can fill out your team with some rotation players. Like 16 determination, can tackle, good physicals, can probably play ball-winning midfielder for you for a season in this flight because he's physically really good. Like the keeper at 19 would be a very good backup keeper. We actually have a player that has said, yes, I will come to you on a trial to have a look. And he's got League 2 potential. He's a centre midfielder. He's 19 years old. We don't have a face for him, which I will eventually get a face pack from DFF there. If they snub you, it means there's a good player at this level. Dim, that is correct. And if they snub us, they probably won't snub us when they get released, because there's not going to be a big amount of clubs that are going to go, well, you're being released, so let's pick you up in like League 1, League 2. It's going to be a lot of these League 3 clubs, national division clubs that will look at these French rejects. And look, I'm more than happy to take a bunch of them. He's not bad. He's reasonable. He's someone that maybe we could sign. Am I going to sign him? Probably not. He's 19, but at the same stage, he's well-rounded enough to maybe think about. Now, let's get in this game against Le Mans. I have got the 4-2-4 that we went to win the game late there. It is a very hyper-aggressive pressing, throw your limbs at everybody system. In terms of what we're going to do here against Le Mans is I've left the opposition instructions now back to nil, but as I watch the game unfold, I do move into some of those opposition instructions we talked last episode. They're not in vain. I just think if we get to a better standard and we got more work rate, those instructions will definitely work. And we did see against the weaker sides that we did defensively keep it solid. Now, with us going into this game, I just got a notification on my Fitbit. Let me get rid of that. The teams is pretty much unchanged because realistically, no matter how good form they are or bad form, we've got to keep it the same. Yeah, because I need a right back. Yeah, next year, we're going all out for a right back. Doesn't matter if it's a loanee or whatever. I've also tried for an affiliate. I know that might have been commented in a couple of the episodes. I've asked the board once. They said they couldn't find anyone. I'm hoping that next time that option comes up, which I'm waiting the next couple of months, that we can go and pick our own affiliate because I'm going to try and ask for PSG. Anyhow, at home, 4-3-3 against Le Mans. Win this game, there's then a 14-day break, then we play Châteauroux. Win both those games, we're in somewhere. Corner. They haven't lost in 27 games, by the way, Le Mans. They're flying. Joe Lucas, front stick, cleared away. Only as far as Haddad. Picks it up. Can drive. Does drive. Don't go for goal. He did go for goal and it went in. I love when I say that and it goes in. I wanted him to get byline and cut it to the lads in the box. He said, no, boss, I'm going for goal. And their keeper's been beat. We lead 1-0. They defended that corner really well. They had everyone in the box. Maybe that's why they're not conceding. But yeah, I wanted him to go byline here because Fatamundi's free at the back stick, so is Barker. Instead, he went for goal. And look, luckily for him, it went in because I would have been livid if he didn't go in. We lead 1-0, 63% possession. And that's the thing, is we've oddly kept the ball really well this year in a system that's really a little bit more, can we exploit space? But we'll take it. And so far, we've been the better side, which has been a bit different than from the rest of the episodes that we've seen so far. Don't need to change anything at the present moment. I think was been a bit guilty of it. We have 5 changes, let's use 5 changes. This might be the sort of game that we know that our bench isn't as good as a starting 11. There's a couple players that we could definitely make changes for, but we might need to leave this. Anyway, highlight. Godini wins a header. Fatamundi picks that one up. Haddad made a good run, isn't going to get on that, and their centre-back sweeps up. Kone, good press. So that's the whole idea of our... And then Lucas just gives the ball away. That's the whole idea of what our opposition instructions were meant to cause. They didn't cause that enough. Anyway, Darian. Good squeeze from us forcing them down the line, and now we need to step in and win it now. We try to. They've built out well and they go long. Should be our ball. Godini does well. Fatamundi. Castro. Barker. Fatamundi. Needs options. He went for goal. Somehow it's our ball. It's 2-0. We get lucky. I don't care how we score goals, how we get lucky. I do not care. Against Le Mans, who are fighting for the title and are 10 points clear than us, we take a lead. We lead by 2. Effort blocked. Voya should always win that. Misses a header. At this level, I guess it happens occasionally once every blue moon. I don't like seeing that in the match engine, but there we go. Haddad. Barker. Goes on a run. Masuema getting forward. Cuts it. Castro deflected into the bar and cleared. We're that close to a 3-0 lead. I don't know what it is, but against the bigger teams, we seem to step up well. This is the best we played in the 4-3-3. Maybe they just needed one game in the 4-4-2 to refresh their memories. As it stands though, 62 minutes played. They've obviously been very good, Le Mans, that I expect them to come back at us at some stage. Laurie. Long. Karamoko heads back. Desprez, who's wanted by SMCN. I'm not interested in selling, to be fair. Barker. Voyard wins that header. Here they come again. Vincent. Great ball. Desprez, I need you. Nah, good finish. Just like that, 2-1, and you get a little bit nervy now. You get a little bit nervy now. Only their first shot on target they've scored. Might just drop that line off standard. Karamoko's dead, but he's having a good game. I don't like making that change. Because it's a big game, I'm actually going to get Diarra in here as a pressing forward on attack. I think that's definitely going to be the go. Castro's going to move in there because he can actually be a left footer that plays out there, and Valenti's going to come in. Start time wasting, I think, just a touch as well. Lamont are trying to come at us. Faramundi looking dead, but I've got to leave him on. He's a pressing forward. Move it to frequent now. Here we go. Got a knee. Out there, the Berger. Needs to do well. Valenti. Looks for her dad. Was he pushed? I thought he was. Faramundi Diarra and his last 4 penalties have scored 2 and missed 2. Are we about to go 3-1 up in cruise control, or is this going to be nervy still? Well, it should have been nervy. It's come off the keeper and it's gone in, and it's all she wrote for this one, you think. And Le Mans are going to lose their first game in, I think, 27 games, because that's what the news article I saw about it anyway. Made that last minute change there, just time waste. Look, that's a massive win in the context of this year, YouTube and Twitch. We are live, links down below. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. But there we are, 3-1. Very happy. Diarra scoring a couple, or getting a goal and an assist, puts us a couple points back. It is results against teams, by the way, as well here. And there we are. Le Mans lose. Now, were they really on a 28-game unbeaten streak? Oh, they were. Oh, no, they weren't. Might have been a 28-game unbeaten at home streak, because I lost the game away. That was away. Yeah, they must have won 28 games at home and went on that winning streak at the start of the year. Right, so they're 27 unbeaten at home, which doesn't sound right. Maybe they've won games last year that's factoring in. I saw 27 unbeaten for them. Anyhow, that's a win. My next game is until 15 days when we play Shadowruri. We're going to line up the exact same way. They got to 58. We're on 48. If we win the next game, we only go 7 points back. If Le Mans lose and we win the next game, get excited, because there might be a world where we can go in there as well and maybe dream of promotion. It's been a wonderful year anyhow. Can we keep it up? Let's find out. Welcome back, YouTube. We have got Shadow Rouge on the opening day of the season, on the second part of this episode. I said opening day. I was actually trying to get this out of my mind. I forgot to mention we have got our youth intake preview for the first time this season. I obviously got that in December. This is the first time I brought it up in an episode. We've got a 5-star intake. I hate how this screen still does this, where it lags out and then it eventually fills. But we're meant to get an attacking midfielder, even though we don't use one. That's meant to be really good. And 2 wingers, and we do play with wingers, that are meant to be very handy prospects. Mate, I'm happy with any player coming out with any decent potential. The only thing I will say about youth intake at this level and the lower levels, any player can probably play at a top semi-professional level. So a lot of the guys are going to be very weighted to being a very good crop of players. But realistically, if we went up the divisions, we would never get it. Now, saying that, that's the cool thing about what's going on here is it's a monumental challenge for us to get promoted. And if we do from here, what a season. If we don't, the board is still going to expect us to finish mid-table next year. It might allow a couple of those kids, if they come out really good, to play a couple of years at this level, develop a little bit, and actually be in the position where I can use them in League 2 and still get them to develop while we consolidate again. Sometimes when you go through lower level saves and you just go promotion, the kids you get out in Season 1 and 2 youth intakes are good for that level to be very good players at that level, but never be able to play because you keep moving up the leagues and never get any time. And those are the sort of kids that if you play them constantly at their level that they could be good at, they could exceed. They're the sort of guys that if they start exceeding, you can sell. So it might not be a bad thing. Anyway, Shadow Rouge, we're playing. It's a big game because we must win. It's important to note that as well. Le Mans have already played 1 game and won. So if we win today away from home, we would go to 51 points and have the 2 teams in front of us 7 points clear with a handful of games to go. And then it will get to a stage that next episode is going to be the run-in. If it's the final 2 games or the final game of the season, I don't know what it's going to be. Important to note as well that the 2 teams below us in Drunquy and Cholet are playing each other. Cholet do have a game in hand. We kind of want Duncree and Cholet to draw or Duncree to win and we win because it puts us in a bit of a position to finish more than just 5th. But yeah, it's a very close league. Very close league this year. We're also trying to tie down a couple of players here quickly as well. If we can think about who they are. Haddad being 1. He's on 1.2. We've got him on a contract accepted for £850. And that's the thing. When you leave it this late in the season, players start to panic that they haven't got a deal. So they take a bit of a lower deal, which at our level is great. Next one is Thiago Castro. He is one of our best players and should be worth about 1.5 to 2K a week. £800. He didn't even ask for a wage rise. I gave him a £25 wage rise to get rid of a promotion clause. So if we go up, his wage stays the same. In terms of the team, unchanged from when we last met. 15-day break, doesn't bother me. If we play as well as we play against Le Mans, we could realistically win this game too. And that is massive. All right, here we go, boys. Here we go. We are, of course, live on Twitch, so come give us a follow. And we are going to go against Le Mans, and they have a Hurley highlight here as well. Roix. Dalet with a tackle, fall straight back to him. Dalet picks it up. He's not known for going forward. He's getting nosebleeds now. Barak beats one, and then apparently he wasn't fouled. I thought he might have been. I thought he got a good touch away, and the defender did him in there, but apparently not. Ball goes long. Castro's decent, and Joe Lucas is decent. He gets on that. Haddad, who's looking for a new contract. I've decided to go with it because he's got good star rating. He hasn't had a best of year, but I think if you get more quality and allow us to be a bit more better next year, he could really have a good year. That is a really bad miss. We should be 1-0 down inside 2 minutes. Ball goes long. Karamoko, he's the other one we're trying to sign. We've got him on a bit of a cheaper deal too, which is nice. Barak looked offside. Flags up, surely. It is up. Doesn't even get the celebration because it was that far offside. And there we go. 0-0. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can find something in this game. We do have to try and win it. Castro now picks it up. Barker made a run. Needs options on the other side. Gets tackled. That's where you need him to hold it up and just present and do something, but he never did. In the end, Broga does well. Desprez pumps one looking for him again. Ain't going to find him like that. Castro doesn't get on that touch. He looked offside. He wasn't offside. That counts. And I reckon now Daliet playing as a wing fullback on defend has just stayed deep and has left everybody onside. Yep, he stayed down there because he's on fullback and defend. If he's on a wing back and support, he would have pushed up higher. That's just us getting done by our fullback and defend being shocking. Free kick down the other end. Haven't really scored too many set pieces this year, but Castro would be a nice time, mate, to pin them back straight away. Bit too far out for it, probably. Great save in the end because it was a good free kick. 1-0 down. You feel like we must win this game if we're going to get promoted. And you feel like we must win this game if there's going to be any sort of, drama in the promotion race for ourselves. At the moment, though, that is not happening. We're 1-0 down. Masawema goes with it. Ball in. Barker, come on. Great finish by Barker. Great ball in by Masawemu. He's tied down already for next year. You guys have already seen that in the previous episode. And that's the thing. I've got a really good core that want to stay here, which is nice. And so if we don't get promoted, if we can add the quality, we might just be able to next year. But that's a goal that keeps us in this promotion hunt for now. Yes, it's still going to be a monumental challenge. Le Mans do have a very difficult run home against teams on paper that could beat them. But you never know. We have to do our business. I've already said it once. I'm going to say it again. We need to win every game. And Barker for 2 goals in 2 minutes with the chip. Should have probably went with power, I feel, but would have been nice for 2 goals in 2 minutes. Enough highlights, though, FM. This game is getting very, very hectic. It's only 16 minutes in. And that Ruix is in here. And there's a penalty somehow in there. There you go. Penalty given, and we're in trouble. We need a save here, Desprez. That's a good penalty, to be fair. So after scoring, we had a chance that we missed, and down the other end they get a penalty. So that's a frantic 3 minutes, and nothing much has changed because we're still a goal down, but now 2-1 down. Wowzers, there you go. Good penalty too, to be fair. Very telegraphed where it was going, though, to be honest. Yeah. Just like that, the game's like, nope, you've been pigged back. Cholet winning as well, which puts them ahead of us with a game in hand, puts them in the driving seat to challenge and probably kills our hopes. Anyway, Fofana. Basqui, Fofana, Dela Cruz, they're moving around very well. And then as soon as I said that, Castro picks it up. Haddad on a run. Barker's in, got a finish. 2 big chances for him, which he's missed. And down the other end, they've been clinical. Should have scored. Shoulda, coulda, didn't. 2-1 down. Been good. But that doesn't lead to anything. Half-time approaching, highlight. Need it to be ours, you feel. Karamoko now, needs an option. Went long looking for Barker, found him. Needs help. Fata Money's nowhere near it. Falls to Masawemu. He went for goal, that's wide. Two-one down, you've been terrible. Start the second half. We're going to leave it like this for 10 minutes. If in the 55th minute, if we haven't scored because we must win for our promotion hopes, and we're Cholet winning, we're going to go for it. All right. If this finishes 4 or 5-1 and we lose, so be it. We're going for it. We are going for it, lads. We are going for it. No changes need to be made, but we're going for it. If we score right now, what do? That's a good question. Let's hope this is just a pointless highlight. If they score, it's easy. We just got to stay in the same system. Berger does well. Finds Haddad, who kicks it into Fofana, and it falls to Fofana. That's Rex. That is so annoying. They've only got that highlight because we've gone to make a change. I hate this game when it does that. That highlights come from me trying to make a change. Just so they can bring up the screen. Oh, do you want to make this change now because the goal's gone in? Yes. I don't need to see a goal go in for that to change. That's probably all she wrote for this season now. It was to attacking as well. Should already be on attacking. All she wrote. Season over. It was good while it lasted, lads. It was good while it lasted. But unfortunately for ourselves, it's all she wrote. Barring magic. We need some magic. We need 2 goals in 10 minutes. And at the minute, nothing's happening. Got a very attacking. We try. Nothing's happened. They've just been too good. And yet again, it just shows that where we are in the pecking order. And when push comes to shove, down one end, they're clinical. And they move away from you. And down the other end, when our big players have chances, they're just not at the level to take them consistently. Barker should have had a hat-trick. And, that's not me being pedantic. The one where he's gone with the chip should have been side-footed either side with some power. And the second one was easy. Down the other end, two times a slip through Rourke's goal. And, obviously there's going to be a bit of a difference here when you go to Rourke's, right? And you look at him compared to Barker, who's one of us, right? You compare the difference. Barker apparently can defend. What? Barker's actually a really good midfielder. That's something to keep in mind. But yeah, you see the difference there. They're actually very similar, apart from in the air and mentally. Don't get me wrong, he's better, but yeah. Why are you playing in the middle of the park? Box-to-box midfielder, eat your heart out. Jeez. Anyhow, look, we get beat. It is what it is. It probably sums up our year. I said we need to get to 60 points probably to get promoted. And even then, that's not necessarily guaranteed because of Le Mans. Right? There's 5 games to go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 points is the most we can get. So 63 is the best we can get to. You would have to say we have to win every game from here on end in order to get promoted or have any faint hopes. We need Le Mans probably to lose 4 of their next 5. Probably. We need Le Mans to lose 4 of their next 5. Is it going to happen? Very unlikely. When you see us next YouTube, it'll be more than likely for the last game of the season where we play Borg and B and see how we go. But there is some hope that maybe we might be back slightly earlier because Le Mans maybe have gone on a losing streak, or Châteauroux's gone on a losing streak, and we've won every game till the end of the season. See you guys then. Thank you and goodbye.